This is the stress of all my life right here. Dallas all in for 2024. Did y'all hear Jerry Jones say that? Jerry Jones said Dallas is all in for 2024. You hear me? Now, when I first heard him say that, right? When I first heard him say that, you want to know what I said? This was my exact thought when I first heard him say that.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the first thing I thought about. Like, come on, bro. All in for 2024. We tired of losing, cuz. We tired of losing, bro. 12-5, 12-5, 12-5. Lose to the 49ers, lose to the 49ers, lose to the Green Bay Packers. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, bro, we gotta cut this out, bro. We gotta cut this out. At some point, we gotta turn up. Some point we gotta turn up. Some point we gotta make a move. We gotta make a move here and there. Like last year, how we go the whole season, pretty much. I'm gonna say since Vander Esch got hurt, we don't play. We don't got no linebackers. If you go back and watch our film from the time Peyton Vander Esch got hurt, we have no linebackers. Our linebackers are safeties. Like I don't know if y'all saw Jordan Jordan Love on Michael Parsons podcast, basically telling them how they pretty much ran the ball down their throat and destroyed them. Well, I'm gonna say us and destroyed us, as you see, I'm a Dallas fan, and destroyed us because we had safeties playing linebacker. He told them straight up to his face, bro, y'all had safeties playing linebacker. Like it works when you got a lead and you get the team in down and distance. Like if you win on first and second down and you got the team in third and long all the time, it works for us because we playing with speed. But when the game is at the beginning of the game, when teams decide that we're gonna just be physical with them. Once our linemen get to the second level, it's a wrap. Come on, man. Once them guards and the center or the tackle get their hands on Bell or the safeties that we got playing at the second level, it's over. That's why you saw teams be able to run on when it mattered. When it mattered the most. Let me see. Let me go to the comments. Hey Ma, my boy said we keep messing around. Parsons and Lamb gonna leave. They ain't going nowhere. Like the way the CBA set up right now, they ain't going nowhere because this one thing, Jerry is like the best businessman in the NFL. You can franchise tag him twice, so they ain't going nowhere. First, he gonna pay him anyway because if you go ahead and get their extension out of the way now, it's gonna help us free up cap space. Like if they go ahead and sign Dak now, it's gonna help us free up cap space. Like it's gonna sound like to the public, which is gonna be a big number. Like you gonna have to think about it. They 3 huge contracts we got coming up: Lamb, Parsons, Dak. But we got to get them out the way. We got to get them out the way because that's gonna create cap space for us to make some moves. What moves we need to make? Like, bruh, the first thing we need to do after, like I said, go ahead and get the contracts done. We gotta get some linebackers, man. We gotta get some linebackers. I think we need to go get Devin White out of Tampa Bay because we need like a physical linebacker to set the tone. Like we need physical linebackers. Like we always go for the finesse linebackers. Jeff Cook, what's up, Pop? Jerry Jones been lying for 28 years. All cap, yeah. Yeah, man. He been all cap, bro. He been all cap. But look, I do got some good news for Cowboys fans. They said Jerry Jones been talking to Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson is back in the building in an advisory role. Now, Here's the thing though. Me seeing Jimmy Johnson and watching him over the years, is Jerry really gonna listen to him? Because I feel like the first thing he gonna tell Jerry is, look, man, you need to take a back seat. You know what I mean? You need to take a back seat, let your coach do what he do. You know what I mean? Let your coach have control of the team. If guys feel like they can go over the coach to come to you, like you taking all the power away from the coach, it don't really make no sense. It don't really make no sense. So I feel like if he actually listened to Jimmy Johnson, if that's what he mean by all in, like, look, I'm willing to take a back seat. I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win a championship. Like, bro, just go sit in the skybox. They gonna show you a couple times a game. Just sit back there. You ain't got to do a press conference after every game. You know what I mean? Cut back on the weekly radio show you do every, like, it's too much. I understand, bro. You don't listen. This brand ain't going nowhere, bro. You don't build it. You know what I mean? You don't build it. You ain't gotta keep doing all this. You ain't gotta keep doing all this, bro. Just go sit in the box. Let the coaches coach. Let my man you know my man Will McClay who picking the players. Let him do his thing. Matter of fact, let him be the GM. That's what we need to start at. You know what I mean? But like I said, we definitely need some linebackers. We need a big interior guy. I know we just drafted Mozzie Smith. Hopefully the second year he give us more than what he gave us in his rookie year. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because everybody don't play uh great football their first year. Some people need time. So hopefully in his second year, he'll give us a little bit more to work with. We got Diggs coming back. We got Deron Bland gonna be on. He gonna be better next year as far as in coverage. Um, like I said, he started out the year great, but like towards the back end of the season, he started to get toasted a little bit. So he a young player, so I'm not too concerned there. And like I said, we got Diggs coming back next year. I think we need to bring our two safeties back. We need to bring Wilson back. You know what I mean? We need to bring Wilson back because my boy be hitting. You know what I mean? My boy be hitting. He ain't scared to come down and lay the lumber. So I feel like, he got the mentality that we need on defense. But we need a linebacker, man. Like, you see Roquan Smith, bro, in Baltimore, like, the intensity that he play with, like, he got a Ray Lewis type intensity. Like, that's what we need on defense. We always going for the finesse linebackers. Oh, the linebacker. Oh, he run a 4.4. Man, listen. Forget all that. We need a linebacker to not wait for you to come through the hole. Beat you in the hole. Like, meet you there. You know what I mean? And play with that intensity. Like you can feel Roquan's presence on that defense, bro. Like, when soon he got over there, you saw the difference. And that's why they was the number one defense in football. They won the Triple Crown. Points, yards, and points, yards, and I think turnovers. So, like, the public never knows who the owner is on winning teams. You want to see Kansas City owner at a trophy presentation. That's a fact. That's a fact. Hey, man, look, man, you ain't gonna keep coming at my team owner, bro. Listen, hey. That's facts, though. You know what I mean? In the comments, just for people who can't see the comments, uh, it said the public never knows who the owners are on winning teams. You only see Kansas City owner at the trophy presentation. That's bars. That's bars right there. Mm-mm-mm. That's true, man. I would have never known who the Kansas City owner was if they won't win in the Super Bowl. And that's because the AFC Championship trophy is actually named after their family. So that's another reason how I know. But other than that, I wouldn't know who owned the team. It's crazy. So I just feel like that's what I hope Jimmy Johnson is putting into Jerry's ear. Like, look, in order for you to win, bro, this is what you got to do. All right, now let's get over to that. When the playoff game first happened, And I saw it. I was like, listen, we need to move on. It's time for us to move on. Okay. Dak is a good quarterback. All right. Cowboy fans. Dak is a good quarterback. Okay. He has the ability, the physical ability to win a championship. He do. It's up here that I'm concerned about. You know what I mean? When the lights get brightest and we need you to come through, we need you to put the team, raise the team up. That's what I'm worried about because he had a couple good games in the playoffs. That game against his first playoff game, I want to say against Green Bay, he had a great game. We was down. We got down about 2 or 3 scores, I think. He was part of the reason why we was down 3 scores, but he did a great job bringing us back and tying the game. We ended up losing because Aaron Rodgers did something crazy on the sideline that I still had nightmares about. But and that game he had against Tampa Bay, I want to say, was it last year? Yeah, that game he had against Tampa Bay, man, they were the best games he ever had. But that's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about that physically. Like, can he make the necessary throws? Can he get out the pocket? It's decision making, and it's the mental capacity to lock in, focus, and not make the same mistakes you make every year at the biggest point of the game. Now, a lot of people blaming Dak for this loss. He was part of the loss, but the defense played worse than him. And that's a fact. The defense played worse than him, so I just can't say, the loss is totally on Dak. I feel like it's equal blame to go around Dak, Jerry, the defense, and the coach. Because the coach ain't never had him ready to play. If you watch that game from the beginning, they came out flat. They came out flat the whole game, and never made adjustments. Because Dobbs was killing us on that same crossing route the whole game, and we did not make one adjustment to stop him. That's coaching. That's coaching. And it looked really bad for Mike McCarthy because not only did you lose to the team you once coached that fired you, but you lost to the coach that replaced you. Like that, that was total validation on them moving on from you and hiring Matt LaFleur. It's almost like they knew what you was gonna do, which is crazy. Which is crazy. So that's a even bigger indictment on the coach because of bro, you lost to the coach that they replaced you with. Not just lost, you got blown out. I don't want to hear about, the score being, closer at the end. That was garbage time. I think that ended up with 400 yards. I ain't trying to hear that, bro. Played God off. And to his credit, though, he did say that after the game. Hey, man, I sucked. Straight up. Yeah, but, we tired of hearing that now. We tired of hearing that, man. And it's partly Jerry's fault because we ain't had no linebacker. You the GM. You the GM. Come on, man. We ain't got no linebackers, bro. We playing defense with safeties. So, even though I believe Dan Quinn was totally horrible down the stretch of the season, especially that playoff game, he was trash. What did he have to play with? They was able to run the ball on us because we ain't had no linebackers. Buffalo ran down our throat because we ain't had no linebackers. We did a better job against Miami overall, but that they ended the game running the football because we ain't got no linebackers. And I hear people saying, put Micah at linebacker. Put Micah at linebacker. That's never going to happen. I'm going to tell you why. Here's what Micah knows. Micah's not going to get paid like a defensive end if he's playing linebacker. You see, Bosa just got 30 million a year plus. Inside linebackers don't get paid as much as D ends. And even though Michael Parsons is a linebacker in title, his primary position is DN or outside linebacker as an edge rusher. So it would be not a smart idea if I'm Michael's agent to have him, hey, don't you go in there and tell them you'll play middle linebacker. No, sir. You stay on that D line. You come off that edge. And I feel like he helped us better coming off the edge. But at the same time, they got to move him around. You can't just line him up on one side and say, hey, this is where Michael's going to be. Because teams are able to game plan for him if you know where he's going to be at. Now, if you line him up on the outside, then right before the snap, move him to the inside, slide the defense. You know what I mean? You got to do different stuff with him to confuse the defense. That way they can't key on him. You know what I mean? So that's what I feel like. You know what I mean? I feel like if you doing things like that, you know, it's gonna work out better for us. But you gotta get some linebackers in there, man, and not just any linebackers. You gotta get, like I said, I would say, talk to Devin White. You know, guys like that, man. Patrick Queen, I think he's gonna be a free agent this year from Baltimore. Them two, I'm talking to both of them. And if you know, what I mean, Van Der Esch come back healthy, that's cool too. But he get hurt. He do get hurt a lot. So we need to have more depth. We need to have more depth at that position. Put me in the game, coach. Ain't it, man? Yeah. Oh, it's crazy, man. And then on the offensive side, like as far as free agency or the moves we need to make, we gotta patch up the offensive line. Hopefully Zach Martin come back healthy. You know what I mean? Biotis, hopefully, I think we need to re-sign him, bring him back. Terrence Steele, I think we need to move on. You know what I mean? And I don't think we just signed him not too long ago, so that would kind of have to be like a trade situation, I believe. But I think we need to bring Leo Collins back. You know what I mean? Which we did bring him back to the practice squad, I believe, for the end of the season. But I don't think we didn't make him active for the playoff game. But I think we need to bring him back to solidify that offensive line. We need to draft Tyron Smith's replacement at left tackle, or we either gonna move Tyler Smith, the younger Smith, to the left tackle, draft the left guard, keep Biotis, Zach Martin play right guard, and then have Leo Collins at right tackle. That's what I would do. You know what I mean? I'm talking real football. This for my real football fans right here, not for you casual fans that, you know, don't really know the game. Like I said, I'm more into X's and O's and, you know, all phases of the game. No money left in Dallas, salary cap to get star players. They'll have salary cap money once they redo Dak deal. Once they redo Dak deal, and they'll be able to give them a big signing bonus up front and stretch the money out. So they'll have some cap money to make some moves. And once they release a few players, like I said, they release Terrence Steele. I think they should. I don't know, man. I think they should probably either franchise tag Tony Pollard again, or I don't want to say move on from him because he coming back. He just had 1 year off that injury, so I don't think we should. I don't know, man. I'm a little torn on Tony Pollard, but I feel like we do need a power back to offset Tony Pollard because he don't even run the same no more. Like he was a speed demon. Like he was a home run hitter type of running back. This year, it felt like he was running to contact. Like it's almost like he was trying to get tackled. You know what I mean? So his running style a little different than it was, you know, when he had that breakout year, which made him move on from Zeke. I felt like we really needed Zeke this year from pass protection standpoint and in the red zone. You can say what you want about Zeke, about his numbers declining and all that, but when we was down in that red zone, 4th and 3rd and 1, he delivered. So I feel like that's definitely what we was missing this year. We didn't go out and sign nobody. That's on Jared. You know what I mean? That's on Jared. So he say he all in. Like he got to show me, man. Like this. Hey, we've been teetering on mediocre and underachieving since I was a little boy. Like, come on, bro. Like this getting old now. It's getting old now. So like for us to stand pat like we did, and I think they actually were gonna bring Dan Quinn back had he didn't get the job in Washington, which is crazy to me. I'm shocked Mike McCarthy's still there. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he our coach, so I'm gonna support him. But like I said, I wanted them to clean house. Like, bro, after that performance, after you put that on the field, but I feel like I'm guessing Jared taking responsibility for the moves he didn't make. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that I see that can justify him not cleaning the house. You know what I mean? Because the way that team looked out there, that was crazy against the youngest team in the NFL. That's how y'all look. Offense, defense, special teams, all on. Ain't nobody show up. So, but yeah, man, I get so emotional talking about this team. Like they, hey yo, they killing me, man. Like it's crazy, bro. Like they gotta tighten up. We gotta do better, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. We gotta do better. I'm talking about from like an offensive standpoint. Like you got a couple people out there, a couple of running backs we can go out there and get. You know they a lot of people saying Derrick Henry. You got Saquon, who's he could be franchise tagged again by the Giants, but I don't think they're gonna franchise him again. At least if I was him, I wouldn't show up this time to play on the franchise tag. So they might end up either dealing him or releasing him. So we should look there. You got Josh Jacobs from the Raiders. I think he gonna be a free agent. And I don't know if I said Derrick Henry, but yeah, you got those three already. Like who I think will work. You know what I mean? But Josh Jacobs younger. I don't know. He pretty decent in pass protection, but you just don't know how much Derrick Henry got in the tank. You know what I mean? So like, it's like, what you gonna sign him to a 1 year deal, or something like that? That'll work. Um, I think we should move on from Gallup. You know what I mean? I think we signed him on a $57 million contract for, I want to say, 3 years. I think he in the last year of that, or this year coming up is the last year of that. I ain't sure. He might be a free agent. I mean, I gotta look into it, but I think we need to move on there. Maybe get another wide receiver, maybe somebody younger, and somebody that's you know that can stay healthy. Somebody we can depend on. A big receiver. We don't really got no big receiver. So like somebody like Mike Evans, but I feel like Mike Evans might want too much money, and then we already got to pay Ceedee Lamb. So, but yeah, it's a couple moves. It's a couple moves out there for us to make, man.